to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, entertainment? So today I'm coming to you guys with another Hollywood Hot Topics where we talk about some of the most salacious stories in Hollywood right now. Okay, first thing I wanted to get into is Mehgan. This the thing. Oh god. Stay tuned, members, for like a follow-up video. Cause yeah, just stay tuned for a follow-up video. That's all I'm gonna say on that. So she's under fire because she did an interview with Johnny Blaze, and Johnny Blaze has been accused of doing powder donuts, through her ex and just in general. Johnny Blaze, you have done powder donuts because I've seen videos of it online of you, being a snowman. So that is 100% confirmed because I literally seen it with my own eyes of it through one of the blog pages or whatever, right? So she did an interview with Mehgan, and Mehgan asked her this question, and this portion is the portion that went viral all over the internet.
Her ex-boyfriend said that you was a crackhead, basically, right?
Yeah, probably his daddy is, but that's about it.
Okay, so I brought a drug test for you today. Wait, how long have you been clean?
3.5 years.
And so you only smoke weed?
Pretty much.
Okay, guys, so Johnny is going to prove to us today that she is no longer a crackhead.
Because
okay, and she
come with me.
I don't want to come with you.
I'm just saying.
You want to go? You want to go pee with her? Okay, so our makeup artist on set. What's your name? Bree, the makeup artist, is gonna go with Johnny to take this drug test because she says she is not a crackhead anymore.
Because crackheads really do be doing too much.
Yeah, and then we're gonna come back and talk about Johnny's new.
All right, so a lot of people were saying that they felt as if Mehgan was being a mean girl, okay? In the words of like Cynthia, you sitting there with your mean energy. Remember how Santana, they was going back and forth? She was like, you said with your mean-spirited energy. Okay, so they were saying that she came across very mean-spirited in that clip. Mehgan, to me, has always come across as mean-spirited. So I don't know why this is new and news to people. Sometimes I don't think she does it purposefully, and sometimes I feel like she does it purposefully to be funny, and it doesn't come across as funny to us because we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We don't know what relationships you have with some of the people that you're interviewing with, so we're just gonna think you're trying to be a dick and trying to key to the celebrities. Meanwhile, you might have a play type of relationship with them. So I think Mehgan needs to kind of be careful with some of the interviews and stuff that she's been doing, especially because when it comes to podcasting and interviewing, the general public, I feel like, or at least I do, they don't respect when a reality star does it or a celebrity does it. I feel like it low-key takes the credibility away. That's just what I think. I'm sorry. I never liked it. Not her doing it, but I'm just saying celebrities doing it in general. I never like when celebrities go to podcast route because to me, it's so lazy. To me, she wouldn't be considered like a celebrity. She's big, don't get me wrong, but like somebody like what's his name? The one who bit off the ear, the boxer. Mike Tyson. He had a podcast, right? He interviewed Blueface and Krishan and all them or whatever. That type of stuff, it rubs me the wrong way because it's like, why are you doing interviews? Like, that's not your like niche. That's not like what you're into. So the general public, in my opinion, doesn't already like that. So for her trying to do that, I don't think it was a key. But she claimed that her and Johnny Blaze had like a kiki relationship like that, and that it was Johnny Blaze's idea to do the drug test. And the drug test came back negative, by the way, which I'm like, listen, when I'm telling you I seen that video, Johnny was over here snorting like a snowman. All you saw was lines everywhere, girl. I said, oh my God. We need to stop normalizing that, okay? Doing powder donuts is not what you guys should be doing. Sorry, I'm not trying to be no judgy person, but like, let's not do that because I'll be seeing some people get called out for doing powdered donuts and people defending it. And I'm like, that's just okay now. Like, we just do powdered donuts. Like, cool. Like, the last thing we need is that epidemic coming back. We beat it years ago. The last thing we needed is to come back. Okay? So Mehgan went on Instagram. She said, y'all always so quick to say something but never know what goes on behind the scenes. Girls be so fake. That's why I don't do favors. Same girl. Johnni hit me up 5,000 times asking me to interview her and would also hit up mutual friends to ask if I would interview her. So upon dropping her single with Neo, she asked me again, and I was like, cool, we could promo it on the podcast, on the pod. Johnni came up with the drug test idea herself to do on the pod because she wanted to clear her name and she knew it would go viral. Okay, if I asked if she was really a crackhead. So I asked because I don't care. It was her idea. I don't even think it's like, it's kind of how she said it. It came across as you being shady. And then even asking the makeup artist, what's her name? Like, that comes across rude. People don't like people that are doing interviews and, trying to find out somebody's story. And then you come across as like an asshole because you're going to become an enemy, because that's not what we're watching for. We're watching it to find out about her. So you're not the star of the interview. It's the actual person that you're interviewing. Okay. So I wasn't being disrespectful for me. Johnni basically produced this entire segment. Both of us were drunk and I had been on set for 5 hours at that point. So the fact that she's playing victim is crazy to me. Swipe for receipts. She even hit up somebody because she felt bad about the backlash because it was her idea. Like, girl, you weird. In the videos here, you can see we kikiing pre-interview. And why y'all wasn't this mad at Judge Mathis? As far as the makeup artist, she wasn't my makeup artist and she wasn't a part of my staff. I didn't know her name. She just so happened to be on set with Johnni that day. And also when she said, oh, you want to come with me? The way you said it, you would have thought her hoo-ha was a stankin'. Okay? That she's stunking up the room when she came up in there with her cooter. So that's another reason why you getting all this backlash, Meg. It's all about how you say it. It don't matter really what you saying, man. It's how you saying it. Okay? So, the text says, hey, I don't have Mehgan number. I lost my page, so I can't hit her on you. Tell her to hit me up so I can post and tell people that I was on taking the test and stuff. I seen she got backlash and stuff. And then it said, hey, babes, I posted the interview and they flipped, shaking my head. My backup page was Body Blazer LLC, so that's why my page was suspended, so I'm working on it. Okay, she said, yeah, everybody is going in on me about it. And they said, girl, you hit me up 11 times to be interviewed and you wanted to take the drug test. It was actually your idea and we was kikiing the entire interview. This was your response, LOL. This is why I don't do people favors. Hey, babes, man, I posted the interview and they flipped. Oh, yeah, that's the same thing.
Her ex-boyfriend said
So
that
this
you...
is a picture of them, video of them kikiing, y'all.
You motherfucking nasty motherfucker.
Is this the same guy that we got to take this pregnancy test for? I mean,
probably.
what's his name?
Who?
Drug test man.
No, it's not him.
But what's his name, drug test man?
Yeah. It's one of them nights.
Wait, the drug test guy, your ex-boyfriend.
Who?
What's his name? So I can say the right.
Who?
Okay, we don't know. We don't know drug test.
Johnni, oh my God. Like, you ever see, she's like another Krishan. That's what we gonna label it. The people that have so much potential but can never live up to it because of their own demons. We gonna call it the Krishan effect. To me, Johnny Blaze has the Krishan effect. Okay, the girl could play classic piano. You play other instruments. You sing your ass off more than half of these artists that are top charting. And you're doing interviews about getting drug tested because they think you're on powdered donuts. Make it make sense. I want to know. Like, damn. It is shady, though, for you to not back her up and try to play victim, though. Typical Gemini. That's why I don't like Geminis. Sorry. Sorry, Gemini entertainers. You guys are bipolar. Okay? So I really do think it falls back on both of them. It's because Mehgan kind of has to switch up how she says certain things so that way people don't take it as rude, because if we're not familiar with you, we're gonna take it as rude. Some people haven't watched your season of BGC. Some people are growing up on this baddies stuff. They're too young, so they're seeing you being like low key rude. They're like, oh, she's a bitch. Meanwhile, they don't know that's your aura. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has a bitchy aura. So yeah, Johnny though, do better. Like, seriously, it's just so sad. The girl could be on the level of like Rihanna's type vibe because of her talent, and you sing your ass off, and you're not ugly. Okay, it just doesn't make any sense to me. But that's all I have to say on that one, to be honest. Like I said, stay tuned for follow-up video for my members. Okay. And also, oh, she clapped back to her too. She says, I forgot to mention this I did see that earlier. She said, you best just move around at Mehgan. I'm really not the one. You taking it down shows what you really are. You ain't show no messages, me begging you, showed an associate, was excited to work with you, and you pushed my interview back because another woman on the TV channel interviewed me already, and that's why you said wait. Are you talking about Deja? Deja Rain. Let me see. I think she's talking about Deja. Deja probably looking at this like, this is crazy. If y'all don't know, Deja Rain is one of the people on Not As TV. The same. Yes. Yep. She is talking about Deja Rain. Okay. This is true tea. She's talking about Deja Rain because Deja Rain interviewed her here, as you guys could see on this here camera. Shout out to Deja Rain. Hashtag this is crazy. Okay. She interviewed her, as y'all see right there. So she's claiming that Miss Meg then pushed it back. If y'all see right here, that's the interview she did with Miss Deja Rain. Okay. And then she said, and that's why you said, wait, Mehgan, please, if you want to just meet up and touch it out, say that, because the sweet knee clearly went over your head. Yeah, Mehgan, I don't think that would be a good idea. Johnny Blaze has she has the Krishan effect. Okay, she fights like a naga. Okay, so she'll knock your head loose, girl. You just got that Basketball Wives Orlando gig. I don't think you want to come on the scene looking like Martin after he got stung by that heat. So I wouldn't, link up with her if I were you. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. But Johnny, you knew what it was. And then Mehgan, that interview, it wasn't tea. Like, it did come across Mean Girl vibes. Is what it is. All right. Next, I wanted to get into, guys, is Saucy Santana. So Saucy, you guys, got called out because he basically took a booking fee, couldn't make it, I'm guessing, and then went about his business, didn't give it back. What interests me about this story is the itinerary. I live for a good itinerary, girl. The itinerary and what was requested, it was when I read some of these requirements, I said, wow, these people really be asking for all this stuff. I'm guessing all of it was for more than just himself, and it was for his team. So he said, and this is exclusive from the Neighborhood Talk. So One Memphis One Vision claims that their company booked Santana for a Juneteenth Pride event that was supposed to take place on June 18th. And it was for a Pride event. Damn. Based on the contract provided exclusively to us, the organization agreed to pay Santana a total of $25K to host the event and perform 2 songs. The contract also explicitly stated if the artist fails to make the appearance of 100% of the show, money is guaranteed back to the purchaser. The day of the event, Santana reportedly missed his initial flight because he left his wallet. His team arrived in Memphis on time and informed the One Memphis One Vision that Santana would be running late. Unfortunately, he did not arrive until the event was over. OMOV says Santana's team then tried to convince the promoters to find him another place to perform and pay him the back end of $10K that he was owed. OMOV said they refused because that wasn't part of their agreement. They also say while they were trying to settle the dispute, Santana wasn't present. He was in his hotel room, a gesture they found insulting. OMOV says that he told Santana's team that they needed to pay at least back $5K to cover the money that was spent that day, $2K in travel fees and $2K for Santana's rider, which included tequila bottles and Popeye's chicken. Girl. We're going to read over this itinerary because I got a good laugh out of this. Santana's team told him they would not pay anything back despite the contract. OMOV claims that if it was his money, he would take the L, but the money for the booking was given to them by the city of Memphis, making the money taxpayer dollars. OMOV says they would like a public apology from Santana, as well as a payment plan to be set up so they could receive the $25K owed to them, $15K for the initial booking, and $10K for other expenses. OMOV claims they gave Santana a chance to do the right thing before they came to us with the story, but they told them that the only solution was to sue because they won't be paying. OMOV plans to take them up on that offer if no agreement is made. Okay. And let's talk about the itinerary. 3 wireless mics, 1 DJ 1000 SRT, Panasonic, of course, probably. For the people that do music, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I know a little something. So 2 XLR right and left outs. Okay, make sure them cords is not ripped. Wedge monitors on stage. Monitor wedge on the left side of the table. Laptop stand. 1 bottle of Casse Azul. Okay, y'all better not let Giselle Bryan up in that bitch because she gonna steal it. Because hers is missing from the girls' trip. 2 bottles of 1942 Don Julio. 12 cans of Red Bull. 1 case of Fiji water, chilled, dressing room and on stage. 1 case of Coca-Cola. Orange juice, apple juice, assorted fruit platter, Popeyes. This is funny to me. I'm sorry. Box of legs, box mixed with legs, wings, breasts, white and dark meat, biscuits on the side, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, gravy, and fries. Y'all better not forget the hot sauce. Handheld electric fan, because Santana be a sweating. Vaseline cocoa butter gel. Now, I got my own cocoa butter gel. Now, this is used for certain things. The girls that know. So, Santana, what did you need that for? The private vet? We need to know. Degree deodorant spray, women's. 12 black handheld towels. Dressing room and on stage. 3 hookah flavors and blueberry and vanilla and blueberry and mint and watermelon. 50 buffalo wings, mild, to go in boxes. Now that's a lot, okay? I'm guessing, of course, this is all for his entourage and not just him, but I just kind of find it funny because some of the stuff that they were requesting, which was hilarious. I just feel like he should have maybe put out some sort of apology if he didn't feel as if the money was refundable due to the taxpayer dollars, because legally they are kind of right, but morally he's wrong. But then again, the contract specifically states if the agreement is not met, the artist will owe 100% of the money back to the promoter. So the right thing would be just to give back the money. Because if you take this to court, let's say if you do lose, right? You're going to have to spend way more money during this legal battle than that little booking fee that they gave you just to book you. So why even waste that money to go through this legal back and forth versus just giving back the money and still keeping a good rep? I'm just saying, I don't think that was the right move on his end, to be honest. And I think the reason why Santana probably didn't come out of his hotel room, he didn't want to have to deal with them and then potentially get into an argument. And then they call him, oh, he was rude and difficult to work with. So I think he just, because if y'all notice, Santana doesn't like confrontation. Like, he would rather kind of like fall back on something than kind of be in a whole argument or confrontation thing. Like we saw that with the Love and Hip Hop thing when it comes to Miami Tip. Like he didn't even film that with like Miami Tip or anything unless it was the reunion when they kind of talked about the whole situation when it comes to the whole club incident when he was out there sweating. Because Miami Tip was calling him like a liar, but even before that during the season we never really saw anything like come from about it, so he sort of tries to fall back so that way he doesn't end up in some huge confrontation, which I think as much as it comes off rude, I think it was the right thing to do, so that way he doesn't look bad directly, even though he still does low key, but they wouldn't have any interaction with him directly to say that, oh, he was rude about the money, now he's keeping it. You get what I'm saying? So they also posted on Instagram, they said, "Dear Saucy Santana, not a public apology, not even to come down to the lobby to look at me in the face, apologize. We took our board members to the table with your manager and booking manager. They too realized how manipulative they tried to be. Your team simply dropped the ball. She let it be known that you missed the flight because you left your wallet. I don't I'm guessing, I don't want to be this person, but these are taxpayer dollars and not private monies that you all owe. My suggestion is dealing with this today." Okay? This ain't gonna end right. I just don't feel like they should take this to a legal point, especially with it being a pride event. Do it for pride. Give the money back for pride, okay? One quick thing I wanted to mention, you guys, is Faith Evans and Stevie J are officially divorced. Okay, it's kind of funny. I seen some people say the reason why the marriage was cursed is because she let him wear Biggie's faux coat, boots with the fur. You let him wear the coat, so Biggie haunted the relationship. Stevie, to me, I don't think there's some people that just can't be in a relationship. Stevie, to me, is that type of guy. He just can't be in a monogamous relationship. Like that's never gonna be something that's gonna be in his future. Like, and I was kind of shocked when they even got together to begin with because she doesn't seem like the type that could deal with a whole bunch of BS. But as we saw the relationship go on, and we saw how he sort of, verbally, abused her and all that type stuff, we saw that, mentally it took a toll. So she was just another Mimi. She literally was another version of Mimi. So thank God that that's all over for her. And I know she's probably screaming joy now that she don't got to deal with the man no more. To be honest, and I wonder what they had on in court. It probably had an extra laptop bag to deal with some of the legal documents they had to present while filing that divorce. Make sure you guys buy it on extra.com. The laptop bag, accessories, and other items. Keep it professional with Extra wallet and also laptop bag, okay? I love my Extra laptop bag because I get to carry it when I'm in and out of offices for certain business meetings I may have. So I end up popping it into my Extra laptop bag, which is such a convenient bag. It's very nice looking and it has sort of this leather feel that I feel like will really add an extra spark to your business or casual look that you have for the day. And my Extra wallet as well is one of the most convenient products that I've had in the past years. Okay. You ever had a wallet where you're sort of freaking biting your nails off to be able to grab your credit or debit cards out of your wallet? Well, Extra wallet, you won't have to worry about that. With a simple touch of a press of a button, you'll be able to conveniently grab whatever credit cards or debit cards that you may need for whatever transaction that you're making, which is a very convenient use, especially when stuck in a busy line. Get up to 35% off until June 20th for Extra's Father's Day sale using my link/code. Code is EVENER, Evner, EVENER. Make sure you guys shop down below for your Father's Day needs. Yo, I just had somebody DM me thinking that they knew something that they really didn't know. I'm telling you, like, oh, people swear they be knowing like something, but it really be the whole opposite. Okay. Next I wanted to get into, you guys, is Russell Simmons. So Kamorley Simmons and one of his daughters called him out on some of the stuff that he has been doing to them verbally, mentally abusing them basically, and some of the stuff that they've went through in the past. Basically just brought out all their family drama on the internet, y'all.
I guess she'll catch up later. I'll leave this. I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this one if I know how when I hang up. But the bottom line is, stop popping your shit over here on this side of the fence to the moms that are doing whatever they're doing to hold it down. And I've done everything to hold it down for my 5 kids. I said 3, but I'm holding 5 kids. Okay, so yeah, don't come for us. And it's all good when we're friendly, but then when things start to kind of break apart, you know, you start with the whole intimidation tactics, the belittling tactics, the lies, you know. It's too much. It's kind of played. And coming from a bold-faced liar, like, who even is going to believe that? There's plenty of other women where I've come from. There's plenty of other people where I've come from. There's plenty of other, plenty. I have an army behind me. You are an army too. I know that. That's why we.
There was also a rumor, if you guys do not know, that she was supposed to join the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but I guess that never went through. I would like to see her on the show because I want to get to know, especially after this was all revealed, more about her story. Okay, so Garcelle, hit Sister Girl up and bring her on the show.
We've been suffering through all this time. But I do think in this case right now, the truth will prevail and the righteous will prevail. And I'm really saying that, you know, like, step ye off, Satan, step off. Go over there with your stuff. Keep over there under your rock. She's in New York, up on my thing. Only Ming is here.
I just saw her walking up there.
Oh, Ming just left.
Ming's over it.
So, yeah. Happy Father's Day. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Mother's Day. I see so many women on here that I know you're single moms. And I see a lot of guys on here that I know, you know, you guys are single dads. I see a lot of people on here that I know make it work in spite of the odds. That I know make it work when, you know, in spite of being abandoned, pushed to the side, dropped off.
I don't want drama. I love my family. I'm sure we'll all work it out. It's going to be okay. And I don't post anything because I want to have a peaceful family. But this is abusive at this point. And I really feel like my career is over. And it's fine. It's just... and he threatened me with that too. So... maybe my career is over. You know what? I used to work at a refugee camp. I'll do that again. I'll be a doctor. I don't give a fuck. And I can never get a job in entertainment again. But you cannot just abuse your kids behind closed doors and not take accountability. Maybe I'll regret this when I'm older and I wanted to be a model and now I can't be. I don't know, but you don't.
Listen, the way that entertainment is paying people nowadays, it's not even worth it to just follow that and not have other sources of income too, because especially with this economy right now, like modeling gigs, acting gigs, they're not paying as much as they used to. That's why there's even a writer's strike right now, because they're playing with people's money.
I don't get to do this. You don't get to do this. I'm sorry, and something tells me deep down that I'm gonna, you know, I'm not gonna regret this. You don't do that. It's wrong. And literally, I have not been able to say anything because I've just moved out recently. And you know, a lot of people, when I'm working and modeling, I'm so grateful. They'll say to me, oh, I met your dad 10 years ago. He's so wonderful. And I'm working, so I'm just like, yeah, I mean, there's great parts to him. And we used to be very close because that's how I make money to move out. He won't give me any money, which is fine. You don't have to give me money. I'm 20, I'm over 18, I don't know. But then I can't also speak out against him without him messing up my job. No, but I know it's going to start more drama, but it's been years. All that money, they're crying about nothing. Russell Simmons doesn't give me any money. I'm staying with my friend in New York. Russell Simmons doesn't give me $1. He doesn't give me a fucking smoothie. And you're saying this starts more drama, but it's been years. I've been in the drama for years, since I was like 15. So yeah, maybe it feels like more drama now, but I've tried, and I just don't think it's fair that I have to be quiet and I can't say it. It's ruining my job and I don't get to have a career because it's not fair. all he does is post crazy, out of control stuff, and we all just say like, God, like if I respond, it's gonna be worse. If I respond, it's gonna be worse. I just like had it tough. And I used to be so close to my dad. You can see that in any picture ever. I was the closest with my dad.
So if y'all don't know, he did leave off into Bali because of a SA lawsuit that was brought against him. So I guess since then he's been posting like some wacky stuff on Instagram. He did go on Instagram after Kimora and the daughter kind of went on live and had just enough of some of the stuff that he was doing to them and said this. He said, God is testing you a little bit. It's okay. Be strong. They're called growing pains. As you know, we grow through adversity and struggle. You read my books and heard me preach your whole childhood. Reach back to the old lessons and remember, smile and breathe. Smile and breathe. You are the watchers of this world. So let go, be at ease. God is driving and he is working on you. Deeply sorry for being frustrated and yelling, but I know this, there are no conditions for sure. I love you more than I love myself. And what he's referring to with the yelling is that the daughter posted videos of him yelling at her and saying that, oh, he took everything. Russell to me has always been off. Anytime you would see him on Run's house, he will always come in angry. I'm telling you, like he would always be angry. You had freaking Run in the tub on his phone chilling, and he just come in the house. Even the show, I remember he had a show on Oxygen. This is what threw it over the edge. He had a show on Oxygen. I don't remember the name, but it was like this little modeling type show, and like some of the ways that he would treat the girls on the show, I always would side eye that. Y'all know I'm a reality fanatic, so I watch everything. So like that would just throw me. Like he would like make advances at them and stuff like that. They probably snatched it off of the network, so we won't be able to find that nowhere. But that would always kind of creep me out. So when all this comes out, I wasn't really too surprised at it. Parents do not know the trauma that they cause their kids every day that they are living with some of the stuff that they say and do. To me, it's just irritating. So that's why, because y'all been going in on me with the Krishan thing, because I said, the smoking and the pregnancy and stuff like that. I'm just saying, think about the kids. But I'm the bad guy. Okay. But it's really sad that this family drama did come online, especially with the daughter, with some of the stuff that she was crying about. Her being on her own at 20, financially probably isn't the easiest. Her mom is, of course, probably making sure that she's clutch enough to come through for her daughter. But then again, your dad is Russell Simmons, so you expect that you would be kind of well off. So it's really sad that she's going through stuff like this.
Because I don't like to have trauma for my dad. I have defended him every which way about stuff that I don't even know about. I was like 15, not knowing what sexual assault was, and I'm still defending my dad. Like, my dad's a good person. I've been a good daughter my whole life. And so you're not gonna say that I'm ungrateful or awful. This man is awful to me. And we all say, please stop. I don't want drama. I love.
Okay, and these are some of the text messages between them two. Say, you put us all in just why. I'm out here praying for you and hoping everything goes well. And you call my mother a piece of ish. Neutral my A. Don't even appear in your media, and your mother has stolen my money and the love of my kids. As she promised, she is. They say, you will never speak to me again until you unalive. Don't ever say that again. She did not steal it. You lost it. And then he says, she is a piece of ish. Understand? That's what she says. Understand you lost it with your actions. Which it's like, how are you going to blame her? Because after the SA thing, the man lost a lot of coins. That has nothing to do with Kimora. She didn't tell you to do that. So why are you mad at her? Like, that's crazy to me. Had that never have happened, I could bet you believe you wouldn't have to fly to Bali and come back to LA and hide out in Bali to make sure that nothing happens to you. And you're running from media because you know how American media is. The show had 6 episodes. on Oxygen, and it aired in November 2010, and it was called Running Russell Simmons. And that series, I'm telling you, it will literally tell you a lot and kind of open your eyes on this whole situation further than what the media is really telling. And I wouldn't be surprised if they start pulling clips from the show very, very soon. I'm telling you, because I remember certain stuff from that show. Especially it was like this blonde. I think she was like an assistant or something to him, and he would just do and say certain things to her, and I'm just like, yeah, you're something, very much something. Okay. Next I wanted to get on is the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So Candy's always the topic of convo. Okay, girls can't keep Candy out their mind. Okay, they can't keep Candy out the mind. So Sonia did an interview with Carlos, which Carlos, come here, Carlos. Carlos, I feel like needs to stop doing YouTube reviews of these reality shows. Let me tell you why. It makes you look less credible as a producer, as an exec. Andy's not going to be on here doing. He does a podcast. Don't get me wrong, right? Which you could kind of say they're the same thing, but to me, you coming on YouTube, like us YouTubers, it makes you lose credibility. I'm sorry. Like it is so like it looks crazy to me. Like, especially it'd be one thing too if you were commentating on your own show. That I think would be fair. But when you're commentating on other shows, that's not your network. Because you think Andy gonna hop on Radio Andy and give his reviews on Love and Hip Hop or Basketball Wives and be like, ew, that's great. Look at Evelyn. I mean, she had those pumps. That's great. Like, he's not gonna do that. He's just not gonna do that. It makes you lose credibility. And a lot of the points he makes, I agree with, but I just don't think career-wise, I don't think that's the smartest thing for him to do. Because it don't look right. It just don't look right. So Sonia did an interview with him, and I'm not talking about the interviews. I think the interviews are fine. But when he does these reviews, okay, that's I think is the issue. I think the interviews are well and dandy. Do keep doing them interviews. But it's the reviews. I don't think because here's the thing. If you're talking about another show that's not yours, and you are producing a show, and people I don't watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I see a lot of people criticize on social media and how it's bad. First it was good, but now it's bad. Why you keep talking about Housewives of Atlanta when your show is trash? So like that, it is a little bit hypocritical because it's like you can't talk about a show that you have that you're not producing, that you're saying is trash and could be better, when your own show people are saying is trash and could be better. All right, so Sonia did an interview and basically had her own dream cast and said she could see Candy being off of the show, which I'm like, one of the people she put into her dream cast is Phaedra. I'm gonna need y'all on Twitter and on Instagram and all these social media platforms, Scruff, Grindr, okay, I don't care. Stop putting Phaedra in y'all dream cast list to come back. She's not coming back. She's on a whole nother show. How many times people gonna have to tell y'all this? It gets on my nerves when I see Phaedra on the wish list. It gets on my nerve when I see Nene on the wish list. They're not coming back. Nene may be, because if she apologizes, something, but with that lawsuit, no. But Phaedra, she's on a whole nother show. What would it look like for her to leave a show and come back to another show? That would make the network look stupid. Because why is she show hopping? Like, what? That's like Bambi going back to Basketball Wives after she leaves Love and Hip Hop. She's not a basketball wife. Why is she on there? And she was just on another show. That's crazy. Phaedra's on Married to Medicine because she's with a doctor. She's gonna stay over there. She's not coming back. Stop with the dream list with Phaedra on there. She's not coming back. Come on now, I don't like y'all need it in another language at this point, like in Spanish. Like, goddamn. So Candy clapped back at her, told her like, oh, you don't even know these people that you're claiming that you want on your dream cast back. She said that Candy and basically like Kenya could be like left off of the show, which production will probably do, because at the end of the day, it's all about money. Candy and Kenya on that cast are making the most. So they're going to probably be one of the first people that are going to be given the beat to get out of there. Okay. She's not gonna stay because that's what happened with Nene. She was making a whole lot of money at one point, and they felt like, hey, like we can't really afford this, like, and you giving us a hard time on set. You got to get them out. And then they tried to demote her and tried to do that whole hoopla, and then she eventually, left. So they probably will kind of do the same to Candy, because y'all know Candy's salary is probably very, very, very nice. But Sonia, though, why do you think you're coming back? You haven't made an impact on this show. You've just been a more boring Cynthia, a more fence rider than Cynthia. One thing I respected about Cynthia, she was cool with everybody. She, like, except for people she would get into it with, right? But like, let's say Nene and Kenya weren't getting along, she wouldn't sit there with Kenya and they said, let's say Kenya said, "Oh, Nene," and then she would be like and laugh about it. Cynthia wouldn't do that. Cynthia would be like, "No, you got to talk to her." Like, to me, Cynthia is the model of a neutral party. That is the most neutral you're going to get, is Cynthia Bailey. You're not going to get more neutral than that. So shout out to Cynthia. They should really replace her with at this point Sonia, because I don't think, like, to me, she's at least with Cynthia, she gave us funny moments. Like, she made me laugh with some of the stuff that she would do. It's like Sonia's like, it's like watching paint dry, right? And also Carlos went on his reviews. Okay, his reviews. Stop doing them, Carlos. It's not. It will look right. It will look right. Interviews, fine. No recap. No recaps. On your own show, yes. But not for a network you worked for. It looks like pathetic, low key. But he says that he doesn't think Kenya and Candy are real friends. Cap. I feel like they're real friends. Do I feel like this is what I think their friendship came about. They started an alliance to keep, to have each other's backs. And I feel like they developed a true friendship through that. They found out, hey, I actually like you. Like, you actually cool people. Like, I want to be friends with you. I don't think, you cap ass bitch. Like, everybody's claiming you to be. I don't think you're a villain. Like, everybody's claiming you to be. I actually want to be friends with you. That's what it is. So I wouldn't say that they're fake friends, Carlos. Okay. It's not freaking frag. It's not like Phaedra and Portia. But this is the thing too. With Phaedra and Portia, they're not even friends right now. I think that they're cool, but they're not calling each other up on the phone. They don't hang out. Portia's actually friends with Nene. They actually hang out. They talk. We haven't seen Phaedra and Portia in the same room in how long? Exactly. So if y'all want to compare friendships and what's real, that friendship wasn't real because that one lie, which was a big lie, caused them to not barely even be cool like that. So it's like, yeah, that wasn't a true friendship either. Yeah. Exactly. So and another thing too, next week's preview, we see Candy and Sheree sit down and they talk about, the whole She by Sheree thing, which let's test it out. Let's see if I could purchase She by Sheree since we're on this conversation, right? This is in real time. Oh, the website's up. Surprise. Because the last time, a couple of months I tried it, it was down. Okay? It is up. Boom. Okay, fitness. Boom. This is all stuff that I could do this and I could do this on my YouTube merch. With the YouTube merch, yeah, like I don't make it, like, by the way, like that's through YouTube. I just make the design and like it's a you know what I'm saying? It's like a print and post. That's what Sheree's is. I don't see any of the stuff that we saw on the show. That's Candy's issue with it. She basically is telling you it's Sheen by Sheree because all the stuff that you're selling, you could get on Sheen, buy it, get a logo, post it on there. That's why she called it She by Sheen. I don't think Candy meant to say She by Sheen. I think it was a slip of the tongue. I think she's been saying She by Sheen behind Sheree's back, and it slipped on her tongue, to be honest, which is it makes the moment even more funnier. But yeah, and also everybody else was criticizing your business at that time, and you were calling Candy a hoe. You were calling her all types of hoes and everything like that, and she been around the block and all this type stuff. So why can't she talk about you and your business when you're calling her a whore? I'm confused. The problem is some of these girls, they're not friends. That's what makes the show not enjoyable anymore. They're not actually friends. Y'all just putting a group of girls that live in the same area in Atlanta to film together. They're not really friends like that. Like that's what people are thinking, that they're missing characters to come back. I don't even think it's that. I feel like they're missing real friendships. Remember, Cynthia and Nene, they were real friends. Phaedra and Candy, they were real friends. Portia, Shamia, real friends. We're missing that. Nobody on there is really real friends, except for I think Candy and Kenya. And that's just that on that. Okay? Let me know what you guys think about this Hollywood Hot Topics, and we're out, babies.
Ain't no personal thing.
That is fun.